What do you do when you're desperate to move but you just can't sell your house? It's been on the market for months and all the viewings have dried up. Well, what you do is you stop selling and start swapping. House swapping is the latest trend to hit the property world. With around 10,000 properties registered with swap websites, it's a brilliant way to avoid the dreaded property chain and make that move onwards. We'll be meeting people who want to swap their home permanently.
We were thinking more of a manor house or something like Buckingham Palace.
Delusions of grandeur. And we'll show them 3 properties to find their perfect match.
Hi.
Welcome to our house.
Come and have a look round.
We hope you've enjoyed our tour.
If so, we can swap.
After a day spent road testing each other's properties and lifestyles, we'll bring them to the negotiating table where our straight-talking negotiator, Sunita, will help them thrash out a deal.
So this is what you believe it's worth?
Yeah.
Maximum.
Before we find out if they'll swap homes for good. Hello, and today I'm in East Sussex, a rather beautiful and, dare I say, inspirational part of the world, which might explain why so many great minds are from here, like the creator of the Jungle Book, Rudyard Kipling, like the author of Winnie the Pooh, A.A. Milne, and 1/5 of the Spice Girls, Emma Bunton, all famous in their own right. But now you're about to meet a couple who are going to be famous for wanting to swap their home. Introducing for the first time, Ken and Maggie. Retired estate agent Ken and his partner Maggie are looking to swap Ken's cliff-top 3-bed house in East Sussex for a new property and a new beginning. After a happy 25-year marriage, widower Ken is sad to say goodbye to his home, but is looking forward to a new adventure with Maggie. So that's our Ken and Maggie. This is the house they want to swap, and this is the key that will open that door and allow us to have a little snoop round. Are you ready? Right, here we go. So, it feels like when you walk in a bungalow-style property, you walk into a small reception room and then this hallway here. Look at all these doors. It feels very baronial, doesn't it? And then you look inside, and we've got a ballroom, a library, we've got a wardrobe. We've got a wardrobe in there. And we've got a wardrobe in there. So that's interesting, a hall cum wardrobe. I have not seen one of those before. Then we come to a bit of a T-junction, and I'm going this way. There's a downstairs bedroom and ensuite, family bathroom, and study cum bedroom. Now, the room that is for me the most important room in any house, the kitchen. And we've got quite a good sized one here. Look at the proportions of this range. Imagine the size of the turkey you could roast in that. If we wanted to waltz in here while the souffle was rising, we could. Just in case you wanted to know. Okay, we have a lounge cum dining room, very nice indeed. But if we're talking epic, one thing you haven't seen yet that you're about to, and I've just seen, and it's absolutely staggering, take a look at this view. That view is worth $1 million. It is incredible, look at that. The only problem is now, I don't want to explore the rest of the house because I'm quite happy here. You want me to go and look elsewhere, don't you? I'm enjoying this, yeah? Huh? All right, we'll go upstairs. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at the size. This is definitely the master bedroom. This is jaw-dropping. There's a saying that I quite like, that every beautiful picture needs an understated frame, and I think that's what this room does. All you focus on when you walk into this room are the sensational views. So you've got a view there, views over there, and then this view here, while you sleep, just there. Ken's 3-bedroom Sussex house with detached garage and impressive views has been valued at £450,000. So, big chunk of house, huge garden, but really, and I don't want to keep banging on about it, it's about this. It's about the drama of this backdrop, which I absolutely love. And I have to say, I don't think there's one thing that I would change. Maybe maybe a little fence, or maybe quite a high fence just running along here, but that's about it. But I think you and I have got to stop gossiping. I think it's time to chat with Ken and Maggie. Well, Maggie and Ken, you have, in terms of location, probably the dream location. So, why do you want to move?
Maggie and I have been together a few years, and Maggie's got a house, big Victorian house in Hastings.
Right.
And I'm up here, and we just fancied buying something, you know, together that we can furnish together, really.
OK. But, I mean, you're going to miss this, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fantastic, but, you know, we just fancy moving on. A change of lifestyle, really.
It's new restaurants, new community.
I like that. New shops.
New shops.
Exactly.
New pubs.
New pubs. I see how you both work. Shopping, drinking,
Nice
drinking,
walks.
shopping. Nice walks. There you go. That's good too. And in your mind, are we thinking, I mean, like, we could be talking city location, we could be talking coastal?
Something either by the sea or in the countryside.
OK.
We don't want to be on an estate somewhere.
I don't mind really, as long as we're not too far away from anything.
We're
Okay.
pretty open-minded,
Pretty open-minded.
coastal or countryside.
OK, you're saying you're flexible now. I'm going to be quoting this back at you in like 10 minutes' time. And I said, you told me you were flexible. All right, then, let's put our cards on the table. How much can we swap up to? What can you afford to swap to?
If it was just this house, this has been valued at $450.
Right.
If Maggie's house was included as well,
Yeah.
that's been valued around $300.
So a total of £750,000, which is a big chunk of money, isn't it? So, what's going to happen now? We've got 3 houses to show you. Will they delight you or not? We're about to find out. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Come on. OK, I think we're ready to go. I've got the pen, I've got the folder, I've got tepid tea and the laptop with the films on. First up, I'm taking you to the New Forest.
Yeah.
OK, I'm going to introduce you to Sasha and Claire. Tell me what you think of this.
Oh, very nice.
I'm Sasha,
I'm Claire, and this is Daisy.
and welcome to our home in the snowy New Forest. Let's show you around. One thing you should know about this house is that it's been completely renovated.
This is a newly fitted kitchen with solid oak worktops. It's just a lovely light room. It's nice to be able to talk to Sasha while he's in the sitting room.
And a great view out onto the garden.
Yeah, this is where we hang out most of the time. It's lovely and relaxing.
We have 3 bedrooms, main bathroom, master bedroom. I'd put the facility in for a flat screen television on this wall. If I get the chance, you know, maybe I'll throw in a flat screen television with a deal. We've got a lovely ensuite bathroom. This is the first room we completed. I'm really happy with the result.
We call this room Gecko Land because there are 6 crested geckos living in here. This room has got far more than you would need if you were a gecko. A bit too good for them, really, yeah.
Where's your ball, Daisy? Where's your ball? Go and find it. Find it. You good girl.
This is the studio that we've built. It's not quite finished, but it's a blank canvas for anybody to do what they like. In here, I've been working doing my ceramics, so I have a small ceramics business. I need a space much bigger than this. I have got 200 plaster moulds, which would not fit in here.
We've almost finished renovating the property, and now we've decided to move back to East Sussex for business opportunities and to be with family.
Yeah, I miss our friends a lot.
We currently have the property on the market for £620,000.
Sasha and Claire's house has 3 bedrooms, a separate workshop, and is set in 1/4 acre of land on the edge of the New Forest National Park. So, what would they like to swap to?
Ideally, your property will be of similar character, but our main concern is to find a property with a bigger workshop. So that was our house. We hoped you liked it.
We hope to see you soon.
So, thank you, Sasha and Claire. First impressions. It's the first one you've seen of the 3 houses. What did you make of that?
Very nice.
Very nice.
You liked?
Lovely
Yeah.
big kitchen. That was
Lovely
lovely.
kitchen. You were cooing over that one.
Yeah.
No, it was very nice.
Now, I don't know if you picked up on it. Sasha, being a bit of a wheeler-dealer there, he said he might throw in your flat-screen television. I'm not sure it's going to clinch a house sale. Were you tempted by that at all?
Did he say how big it was going to be? Was it like 60 inches or
Huge.
something?
About 12 metres, I think it was. It's going to be huge.
Possibly then.
Could swing
Possibly,
the deal.
exactly. You never know. Quarter of an acre, is that too big or too small?
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Maggie
good.
can do the weeding and I'll cut the grass on
Are you the
driveway.
workhorse in this relationship?
Don't be daft, no.
No, he's the workhorse. So on the face of it, that's got potential, that house.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So where could I be taking you next? Where could I be taking you next? Well, let me tell you, I want to show you the Isle of Wight because there is a beautiful property there. In mind, you may find an exciting proposition. I want to introduce you to Alan and Vanessa and their fantastic house. Here we go.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to our island home. If you'd like to follow us, we're going to show you what it has to offer.
The first thing you notice about the house is it's an upside-down house with the bedrooms downstairs. So why don't you show the people around the ground floor then, Vanessa?
OK, here we have the master bedroom. As you can see, it's very spacious. And what's pleasant about this is that you can get up in the morning and go straight through to the ensuite shower room and have a lovely warm shower. And surprise, surprise, here we have, ta-da, one for your guests. Right, I think it's your turn now.
OK, well, this room has got lots of things to commend it. It's got the oak plank flooring, it's got the oak beams. You've got a wonderful view, and it's got a very light and airy feel to it. Well, you could picture an evening here, couldn't you? Sitting, having a glass of wine. You could even have a fantastic party. Put your music in that corner, boogie in this corner, and generally having a good time
Turn
here.
around, do it the other way. You've never boogied in that corner before. That's a first, isn't it? Stop, stop. If he keeps doing that, he's going to frighten away the barn owl that's over here, look. He's got his own little home over here, so you'll be able to sit and have your breakfast and hope that you'll be able to see our shy resident. A visit to our home wouldn't be complete without taking you on a little walk.
A lot of the land around us is National Trust.
So that means that it's there for everybody to enjoy and it's protected.
We've reached the top and look at the view. Absolutely amazing. You can even see the sea, look.
And there's our house down there. It's beautiful, isn't it?
We think this house is worth about $445,000, and we're looking to swap for something, you know, of a similar value.
The Naylor's Isle of Wight property is a converted barn with 3 bedrooms, mezzanine floor and stunning countryside views. So, what do they want for their swap?
We're looking for something a little bit smaller, something rural.
Something unusual would be nice.
Yes, something unusual. As well as the rural, I'd like to be able to be close to the sea.
Yeah, we're quite open.
Yeah.
Right. OK, so I feel we've got an awful lot to discuss here. What about the property? Because, I mean,
Property was lovely.
Stunning.
Yeah, stunning.
Absolutely awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
I mean, you both cooed all the way through
Yeah,
that.
no, it was nice.
How do you feel about the Isle of Wight? Be honest.
Not excited.
You're not excited?
No.
What have we got against that poor little island?
The fact that it's an hour away.
Right.
Quite often the boats get cancelled. We've been there many times and we like the Isle of Wight, but
Yeah.
I don't think we'd want to live
And once
there.
you've gone round it once, and then you've gone round it again the other way round,
Yeah.
you've seen it all. There's not an awful lot to Isle of Wight, is there?
It's very
Very
nice.
much the same.
My goodness me, the people of Isle of Wight right now are all yelling at their television screens. They're going, how dare you? OK, can I say to you our next location we're going to? Trowbridge in Wiltshire. We're going to go and meet Di and Bernard, 1930s property, detached. OK, so let's see what you make of this and how they sell it.
Good morning. We're the Wilsons from Wiltshire, and this is my wife Di, and I'm Bernard.
And we're here to show you our lovely house. Hope you like it.
Now, this is the beginning of the tour of the house, and immediately on your right is a room I don't go in very often, is where my wife does all the cooking.
I love my kitchen. It's a dining kitchen and there's plenty of room. Because it's a dining kitchen, I can cook and speak to any guests who come and sit at the table. I absolutely love it. This is where I make my cakes, and it's just a short hop to the oven. I make cakes for the grandchildren, I make cakes for friends. Anybody who's got a problem, I'll go round with a cake. Let me show you into the conservatory because it leads off the kitchen. It's a beautiful place to sit and look out at the garden and watch the children playing. I won't say any more about the garden because that's Bernard's area. He's the gardener of the family.
Now, this is not quite the smallest room in the house, but it's small. You can have it as a lounge or a study. We have it as a snug. And it's a lovely one, actually, to sometimes sit here and have your breakfast in. Sounds awful, but it's very nice. So we go from here into the main lounge. One of the main reasons I use this room is the television. I can watch my football and my golf, and Di can be in the other little room tucked away in there on her own, and she'll pass a glass of wine through, and I can have mine on this side and she can have hers on that side. We do get on very well together, but we do like separate rooms. It's nice to have them.
This is the bathroom, small but perfectly formed. This is our bedroom, which I love because it's a sunny, happy room. Has the most beautiful views right over to Salisbury Plain, and it's feminine without being fussy. So I really enjoy being in this room. It's just a happy house.
Well, here we are in the garden. Now, to me, this house is about the garden. Now, this is my vegetable patch. Not that you would know it. There are strawberries under there, which you can't even see. And I get a great deal of fun out of it, and a lot of pleasure in saving money. It's like a little bank. It's better than the bank. It's a little fortune down there. We've lived in this house very nearly 3 years, and it's been wonderful.
Actually, it's over 3 years.
Just over 3 years. And we will miss it dreadfully, but there are times when one has to move along.
We spoke to the estate agent, and she's valued the house at $450,000.
The Wilsons' home is a 1930s detached property in Wiltshire. It has 4 bedrooms, a large kitchen diner and a feature garden. So, what is their ideal swap?
I would like to see distances in front of me.
I would like to have the sea. I'd like to be able to walk out, ideally, walk out in the morning, along the beach, pick a newspaper up and come back home and read it. And I think that would be heaven. But that is utopia, and I'm not sure whether those sorts of things are attainable. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed looking around our house.
Hope you like it as much as we do. If so, we can swap.
Nice house and lovely people. Loving Di and Bernard. Really, really nice. And what I thought was very interesting at the end of that is it was like Bernard and Di were describing this house. Utopia for him would be a house with sea views. This house has the ultimate sea views. That's a very interesting part to play in all this, finding somebody that might want this as well. So, first impressions are... Go for it, Ken.
Nice house. It's been well looked after. Nice garden. on the downside. Didn't like all the other houses around it, and I noticed there was a road on the front which looked a bit busy.
Okay.
Maybe.
I think it feels a little bit like suburbia there. Do you know what I mean? It's got
Okay.
that sort of feel about it, hasn't it?
So what I'm going to do now, you've seen the 3 films.
Right.
I want you to think about it. I'm going to disappear off and then come back shortly for the big decision about which one you would like to try and swap with.
Can we go back and look at them?
The laptop is yours. It's a gift. I'll see you very shortly. All right?
Thank you.
Well, there you go. I've left them assimilating all of that information. I think it's a tough call because, I mean, they're all so varied, not just in terms of houses, but, I mean, geographically. You've got the New Forest, you've got the Isle of Wight, and, of course, you have got Wiltshire. You see, for me, I like the idea of the Isle of Wight, and I really love the property, but, of course, this isn't down to me. It's their choice. Whilst Ken and Maggie weigh up the pros and cons, Sunita, our house swap negotiator, has some advice. Sunita's been a property negotiator for over 10 years, helping hundreds of clients move onwards and upwards.
If you want to move house quickly, then house swapping could be the answer. Now, there are several websites out there that could help you find your perfect match. You will, of course, still have to have a HIPS report and you will be paying stamp duty. But, crucially, you get to avoid a chain, and if you're not on with an estate agent, you avoid estate agent fees. Sunita's invaluable knowledge will help our swappers negotiate a deal. But first, we need to find out who Ken and Maggie have decided to swap with. I've let you have a good old chat about the 3 properties. Real mix of bricks.
Yep.
So, you've deliberated, I hope. Which one do you like the most? Which one would you be interested in seeing more of?
What about you, Meg?
Well, I think it's the New Forest. It has to be, doesn't it?
So, New Forest for you and...
Yeah.
New Forest for you?
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yes.
So they've chosen the New Forest house, a great location for their new life together. Sounds exciting.
I'm more excited about the television.
I thought you might be. Still to come. Ken and Maggie are charmed by the New Forest.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Fantastic. I really like it here.
And have Sasha and Claire found the house of their dreams.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Amazing, isn't it?
But face to face for the first time, will things come unstuck at the negotiating table?
What is he thinking of in this market? The market is going down. Has nobody told him?
The thing is, Sasha, it's perhaps not worth £600,000 now.
It's time to swap homes for the day. Ken and Maggie are off to road test the New Forest cottage, while Sasha and Claire explore the cliff-top house on the East Sussex coast. These couples have the chance to exchange lifestyles for the day before they decide if a permanent swap is on the cards. After moving to the New Forest a year ago, our chosen swap couple, Sasha and Claire, are missing their friends and family and want to return to their roots in East Sussex. They've got high expectations when it comes to property, so will Ken's house meet their exacting standards?
Oh, wow. The sea.
The sea? By a cliff? Are you sure?
Oh, look at that. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
My God. Very near the edge of the cliff, then.
Very close. A really, really special view, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean...
Amazing.
Over in the comparative safety of the New Forest, Ken and Maggie are on their way to spend the day at Sasha and Claire's house.
That looks nice, doesn't it?
Nice wide drive. Nice colour. Recently been done by the looks of things. Right feet. It's a nice entrance.
Nice kitchen.
It is a very nice kitchen. Very tastefully done. Nice and simple and clean.
Only the highest quality for you, Maggie.
I think personally I would rather have made the whole thing one big lounge and maybe
One lounge.
put a kitchen added on the side. Something, if we did a deal, it's something that we could think about.
Oh, I see. So if you extend it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in East Sussex, Claire and Sasha are nosing around the inside of the cliff house.
I could smell the open fire when I opened the door.
Oh, yeah. they've got a big television like ours. They don't need one from us. Let's have a look at the kitchen.
In some way, it feels unfinished.
Yeah, oh, definitely, yes. Do with a little bit of modernisation, couldn't it?
And what do we Brits do when faced with a kitchen that doesn't meet our high standards?
Oh, here are the mugs.
Well, we stick the kettle on and make a cup of tea.
What's in here then, Kenneth? Is it your snakes that you like? Or what's this? Is it just a twig or is it some exotic animal? Don't know, do you?
Oh, look, there's a nice little toilet.
That's quite good, isn't it? It's quite useful.
This could be your little department. This could be your little part of the house.
Yeah. Should we go upstairs? We'll look upstairs.
Oh, this is obviously the master bedroom. I don't know if our 6-foot bed might just go in. Maybe this is
Wardrobe space or?
oh no, it's a nice,
that's very nice.
nice shower room.
Lovely shower room. It's very smart. I wonder where they put their clothes though.
Oh, blimey, this is amazing.
Wow.
One bedroom. That's amazing.
It's very light up here as well, isn't it?
Could have a sitting room up here.
Yeah.
We'll have two, one upstairs and one downstairs.
So then you can see, you get the view this way.
Yeah, it would be a lovely place to live, wouldn't it?
My main concern is how close we are to the
edge of the
cliff.
edge. Yeah, that would be most people's concern, wouldn't it?
I would think so, yeah.
Come on, turn those frowns upside down because Claire is looking for a bigger workshop for her ceramics. So, will Ken's garage fit the bill?
Blimey,
Good size.
space, isn't it? I think it would make a very good workshop, wouldn't it?
Come on in, put the kettle on.
Yeah.
I'm now starting to realise that us Brits can't do anything without a cup of tea.
I think it's all been beautifully done.
Just we're used to a big house,
We have big things as well, haven't we? Furniture. It's very nice if it was like a holiday home or if you were just going to come down for a weekend.
Do you know, I really like that idea.
But if you had all the family, well, they would never fit in, would they, in the lounge? You know, once I sat down and you sat down, or once I sat down, where would you sit?
But this would suit us as a holiday home.
It would.
Maybe we'd still keep your house in Hastings and...
So we could actually have two homes instead of one home, which we originally thought about. But, I mean, that's another alternative we hadn't thought about, has we, really?
That sounds like a good solution to me, and maybe Claire's workshop will seal the deal.
Oh, that's nice. Nice and bright again. Lots of windows, aren't there? I mean, this could be quite useful if people stayed, whereas you haven't got room in the house.
They could stay here in the summer.
They could stay in the summer. Yeah. I mean, I quite like this bit here. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's not bad.
No, done very well.
OK, well, at least we've got a shed swap. While the East Sussex house gets the thumbs up, Sasha and Claire set off to find out what cliff-top living is all about.
Excuse me, we've just been looking at one of your neighbours' properties and we were wondering whether you could tell us a little bit more about the coastal defence.
Yeah, we had the first coastal fence going down the road here, that granite one, which really helped stabilise this end of the cliff. Even on the highest tide of the year, on the biggest storm, it won't actually eat the bottom of the cliff anymore. Although it looks sheer, it's very stable. I mean, I've been along there since I was a small child and nothing's really changed.
Can't argue with that. Anything else?
If you like waking up in the morning and looking out to sea and watching the sunrise and the moonrise out of the sea, every day's a holiday.
Thanks for that. Nice to meet you.
Mate.
Well, if a moonrise doesn't convince Sasha, then I don't know what will. With Ken and Maggie considering the New Forest house as a weekend retreat, they're off to check out the neighbourhood.
Cheers.
Cheers. All the best.
All the best.
To be honest, if this is our local pub, I couldn't be upset, could you?
Absolutely not. It's fantastic. I really like it here. I can see all of us sitting here having a drink and a meal. In fact, I'd love it to be my local. I think it's a fabulous place.
Sasha and Claire are also checking out the local area and visiting the nearby town of Rye, and Rye not.
I'd really like to live near here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's a lovely place.
Yeah.
One reason for Sasha and Claire's move is the possible business opportunities in the area, and it looks like ceramic artist Claire has spotted one.
You're a potter?
Oh, yes. I do ceramic animals.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Do you think it would be a good place to have a shop?
In the summer, it's very busy all along. Isn't it, Karen? All along from here to all along the coast is hectic. It's a good place to sell seconds, that's for sure. I mean, maybe you don't have seconds, Claire.
I do.
No, I'm sure. Yes, we all have seconds.
The one-day swap is almost over, so is a permanent swap up for serious consideration?
It's quite a nice house, isn't it?
Very spacious.
I can certainly picture myself living in this area.
Yeah, I could as well.
Yeah.
I think it's lovely. And the house is really, really nice. It's not big enough for us, for a home, you know, for a main home as such, but I think as a holiday home, it's perfect.
Having lived a different lifestyle for a day, both couples have a lot to think about. Is a permanent swap on the cards? Only tomorrow will tell. Well, our couples have relaxed in each other's homes. They've gossiped with what might be their new neighbours and even sunk a few beverages in what might be their new watering hole. But do they want to swap houses permanently? Well, for that to happen, I guess both sides need to broker a deal that they're happy with. Therefore, we need a tough negotiator. And luckily, we have one of the best. Sunita Shroff has been helping people find their dream properties and agree the best price for them for over 10 years. She'll be using her expertise to negotiate a deal for our swappers.
Negotiating can be a tricky and even emotional process, and the properties won't necessarily be valued at the same price. So it's my job to get both sides to agree on a fair and realistic price to swap. But house swapping isn't all about the money. It's about avoiding that awful chain, potentially avoiding the estate agent's fees, and of course of months of your property being on the market. So if both sides are prepared to negotiate, they could walk away with a great deal.
So let's remind ourselves of what Sunita has to bargain with. Ken has the Cliff House in East Sussex valued at £450,000. Those stunning sea views and the option to add Maggie's property valued at £300,000 into the swap. Together, they want a new lifestyle and are flexible about the details. Sasha and Claire have their beautifully renovated house valued at £620,000 and a fantastic New Forest location. But they are keen to move back to East Sussex for family and business reasons. So, first things first, what's the feedback?
Now, Ken and Maggie, you weren't too fussy at all. You're quite open-minded and you'd like something in the country.
Yep.
And the New Forest
is in the
what
country.
we found you, yeah, in the heart of the country. So what did you think?
I thought the location was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
The house is very nice. Overpriced and not as big as we had hoped, basically.
Right, OK.
If we were to do anything, it would be more, I think, as a holiday home, or we would have to go and spend £60,000, £70,000 and extend on the side of the property.
But there is so much potential with this property. You've got the location, you've got the property, you can actually work with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Sasha and Claire, you were looking for somewhere in Sussex, so what did you think of it?
Well, I could see it had potential with a, building a workshop. And we love the views from the house.
The views look absolutely incredible.
Absolutely stunning, yeah.
Property-wise, that's quite unique.
I think there's some downsides to the property. The property has had some modernisation, but I still think there's work that needs to be done, and obviously that's probably reflected in the price.
And it was too near the edge of the cliff.
OK, well, I spoke to the council yesterday and I discussed the coastal erosion with them. The sea defence work has all been done. They have said that potentially they can guarantee it for 50 years.
In my mind, if I wanted to sell that property in the future, everyone else is going to take the same view. For me to say, yes, I'd have to be absolutely sure that, there's no chance of losing that property.
If they're a bit scared of being on a cliff top, well, I say most people I think would love to live on a cliff top. It's such a unique position. We can't make somebody like living on a cliff top. It's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah.
After 2 hours, it would seem the pressure is starting to get to everyone. Time for me to catch up with Sunita. Sunita, I don't know what a tenterhook is, but I feel like I'm on many of them. Gut feeling, in terms of where we're trying to head for a swap here, are we heading in the right direction or not?
Do you know, they're gagging to talk about price, which is always really, really encouraging.
Right.
So, to be honest, it could go either way.
It's totally true. And if the deal is only a really good deal if the finances work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of talking to be done, which begs the question, why are you talking to me? Conversation over. Au revoir.
Bye. Now, Sasha and Claire have got their property on the market for $620,000. That is what they believe it is worth.
Okay.
Anything to say about that, Ken?
If they get 620,000 for their property, you know they were going to buy me a television, I'll buy them a 60-inch screen television. The thing is, they've personalised it to themselves. They've spent far too much money, possibly, and they're trying to get £620,000 in a market that's only going downwards in the last year.
You know, do not spend extortionate amount on things that are just for your own taste if you're going to resell it on, because you're not going to get the money back, and we know that. You can spend £1 million on door handles, but you don't expect someone to pay that £1 million back for your taste.
So this obviously begs the question, what do you think the property is worth?
450, 475.
So,
yeah.
450 to 475
yeah.
maximum.
Absolutely, yeah.
Having done my own research, I think it is worth between 450 and 500,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's on at 620,000, which is a considerable amount more.
I would suggest the only way they're going to get their money back is probably to stay there and enjoy it.
Ken and Maggie's Hastings property is on the market at 450,000. What do you think of that price?
If the surveyor comes back and he says that, you know, there's no problem with the coastal erosion, I would say 399 would be a fair price.
I think 399 is quite fair, but it is on the market for 450,000, and I think people always market their properties at least 10% more than they're worth. Some cases more.
Yeah.
Now, I know what they feel your property is worth as well. Right, they feel that your property is worth 450 to 475,000 pounds.
Okay. Well, I think if they could find a property of that quality for 475, then, you know, I would buy it.
We seem to have hit a problem. Sasha and Claire value the cliff-top house at £51,000 less than the asking price, whilst Ken and Maggie think the New Forest house is worth £145,000 less. If they can't even agree on the value of each other's houses, then finding a fair price to swap is going to be tough.
As far as your property goes in the New Forest, what do you feel is the absolute minimum you would be happy to take as a fair price to swap?
We'd have to have 600.
Minimum?
Minimum.
Right, I've spoken to Sasha and Claire and I told them what you thought their property was worth.
Okay. Is he back from the hospital yet? After collapsing?
Yeah, he nearly did collapse, but obviously 620,000 down to 450,000, that's a huge, huge drop. And he feels that minimum, the absolute minimum he would be prepared to accept as a fair price to swap for his property would be
5.5.
600,000.
Oh, wow. Can I just say, I believe that we've got the better property. I think we've got the better location, and I don't believe his property is worth £200,000 more than ours. What is he thinking at in this market? The market is going down. There's nobody told him. It's not going up.
To have any chance of agreeing a deal, Sunita needs to convince Sasha and Claire that if they don't lower their price, they may miss out on their dream of moving closer to friends and family in East Sussex.
The thing is, Sasha, £600,000 is a substantial amount to ask for that property, really, and you've spent so much money on the finish. I think current value, myself personally, I think is worth about 500,000, having done my own research.
Okay.
They think it's 450 to 475,000.
Yeah, I honestly believe, okay, it's on the market at 620. I honestly believe the market price is 600.
Sasha is sticking to his guns. So what does this mean for the negotiation? OK, Sunita, what is going on out there?
Right, okay. Classic example of people buying a property, high end of the market, ploughing loads and loads of money into it.
Yeah.
And then wanting to move it on at an even higher price, and it's not actually worth it.
So what are Sasha and Claire's options?
Right, they basically only have two options. The first option is they can do a house swap, take the hit, bite the bullet. Second option is to sit on the property for another 2 to 3 years.
Well, you have got a very, very tough job to be done. Away with you, and I'll see you later.
Thank you.
So, after 5 hours of tense and tricky negotiation, what is the result? Have Sasha and Claire agreed to drop the price, or will everyone be walking away empty-handed? It's decision time. Well, it's been real, hasn't it? It's been edgy, it's been honest. How are we all feeling about it? Silence from that corner, a little bit of noise from that corner. But I think the weird thing is, because property is such a personal thing, it always feels like when you do negotiations that it's a very personal attack. And I feel like I've been quite out of the loop, so if anyone wants to have a go at my tie, go for it.
I like it.
Thank you very much. There you go. I've come out of this all the better. Right, more importantly, the house swap. There's been a lot of negotiations. Hopefully it will have resulted in a swap. Who knows? There's only one way to find out, by asking the question, swap or not. Can you turn your keys, please? In 3, 2, 1. It's a not there. It's a not there. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want to see that. So what's the reason for you guys?
We would have swapped if it had been a straight swap.
Yeah.
But for us, really, there's thousands of properties around the country that are in the countryside, like Sasha's property.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they've missed a great opportunity, and then they're going to, struggle to find one on a cliff top.
Oh my goodness! How do you respond to that? I mean, that they feel that you've missed out on a great opportunity.
We've still got a beautiful house in the forest.
Yeah. You've still got the geckos.
We have, and there's. If we have to stay, well, it's not a problem. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good experience.
Good, that's what we want to hear. So there you go, that was House Swap today.
Excuse me, does this mean no telly?
No telly. The deal's off, isn't it? You get to keep the geckos and the telly, you get to keep the panoramic views. Okay. So there you go, join me next time on House Swap.
We are truly disappointed, that we haven't been able to do a swap. But who knows? It may be just the start.
No, it hasn't worked to this moment, but I'm sure there's thousands of people around the country looking in that would love to live on a cliff top.